guys, it's your boy Ali Gambino and I'm back with another video. So in this video it's gonna be my story time on how I broke my knee. Alright, so the way how I broke my knee is I dance. I do this type of dance called Vogue. So I wasn't at a ball, I was at like a practice. So alright. So back on January 22nd, 2018, I broke my knee. How I broke my knee? This is how I broke my knee.
Did it, ooh. Did it, ooh. Say 1 to the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Move that, knock it in the bedroom drawer. 5 to the 6 to the 7 to the 8. But y'all gotta catch this thing. Yes to the gotta catch this thing. Yes to the gotta catch this thing.
As I just saw by the video, I was voguing and I dipped. But what y'all don't know is that when the floor was wet, so like you know how like when there's sweat spots if you dance, so you know there's your back is sweaty, whatever. So somebody before me was going, there was like a sweat spot on the floor and the floor was wet. So I went to go do it, and by the time I went to go dip, the floor was wet and I slipped and fell. And in the video it doesn't really look that bad, but the way how I landed, it hurted. And I went to the hospital. So first of all, they dragged me off the floor. So when they dragged me off the floor, you know, my gay father was gonna like snap it back in, and I was just crying. I was like, no, don't touch me. It hurts. I'm gonna hit you. It really hurts. And I was crying, and I don't ever cry. Like if you know me, you know I don't cry, but I was crying. So they left me there. They waited till paramedics came. Paramedics came. Once paramedics came, I started crying. He started like shaking it, and like my fist was so balled up. When I tell you I was getting ready to hit him, I was like, oh my god. But I'm like, let me not do this because this is a poor old man doing his job and he's trying to make me feel better, and let me not do that. So they wound it up. What did they do? They took like a brace at the time, and they just wrapped it up, and they just put me on like a chair on a stretcher, and they put me like in an ambulance or whatever, and I went to the hospital. Now I was in the hospital for like what? All night, because this happened around like 8 o'clock at night, 7 o'clock. So I was in the hospital all night. I was there, and they gave me my little medication of what did they do? They gave me medication. I forgot what they gave me. They gave me something to like kill the pain, and they was playing with it, fidgeting with it, and the doctor came back. You know, I thought I like sprained my knee or I twisted it or something. I don't know what happened. But what happened was I broke my kneecap and I chipped. The doctor said I tore a ligament under my knee. I tore a ligament, I broke my kneecap, and I chipped it. Like my knee was chipped. So I was like, what do you mean? I was like, is it broke? He was like, yes, your leg is broken. You can't walk. I was like, oh my gosh. So once he said those words, I can't walk, automatically in my head, I was like, no, my career is done. I can't walk no more. How am I gonna go to the bathroom? I was going through it at that moment, and I was just so sad. And like meanwhile, when he said those words, I just felt like, so a ball was coming up and it was like a team performance thing, and when he said that, I was like, oh my god, I just felt so bad. I was like, I let my house down, I let my whole team down. I just felt like a failure at that time. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like why me? Why this moment this happened? But then, you know, a piece of me was like, you know, everything happens for a reason, so let's just happen, let it happen. So, you know, I didn't really bother too much. My house, or my team, or whatever you call it. So my house came and they visited me, and you know, they were supporting me, whatever. My father was there, my sister was there, Charlie, David, shout outs to y'all. And yeah, I just felt like you know, I was sad and disappointed, but then they was also there and they cheered me up. And so the doctor said I tore a ligament, so I felt so bad. I wanted to cry. I actually did cry. So now it's time for me to go home now. They gave me crutches. Now if you know, crutches, like if you ever broke your knee or you hurt yourself, a body part, whatever, you know, crutches is very uncomfortable. Like using them hurts your armpits. Like you have to, like what they say, you have to wrap it with like ace bandage. Like you have to wrap it with a bandage so it doesn't hurt your arms. You have to use it as the actual way of like people use it their way, but you have to use it the proper way to use it or to get around. So I struggled. Oh boy, I struggled. And the sad part is like, even though I hurt myself and like I thought they was gonna give me like leeway, put me like a cab to go home or something. Nope. I had to take the train home. Now, what hospital was I in? I was at some hospital. What's the hospital? It was on. So the hospital was on. I'm from New York, so the hospital was on like 28th Street and First Avenue. What's that? Bellevue. Bam. I was at Bellevue Hospital. Now they had to they discharged me, whatever. I had to walk them 4 blocks from the hospital all the way up to the train station. Then had to take the train. Had to go down the stairs because the elevator wasn't working. Then took that train, the 6 train, all the way to the 4, which is on 14th Street. Then took the 4 all the way towards New Lines, because I live at Crown Heights, Utica Avenue. And it was just so much. I was going through it. People were just looking at me. People felt bad for me. It was like, the bright side, yes, I was getting seats, but I was in so much pain. Like, y'all understand how much pain. Going down the stairs was so hard. Climbing up the stairs was so hard. Fast forward and getting home now. Thank God I have an elevator because I live on the 7th floor. At the time, I lived on the 7th floor. So, the elevator was working, but then when it's time for me to take off my clothes, I was so hard to take off my clothes. I only had like 1 pants to wear because, I didn't have 1 pants to wear, but the hospital gave me a sweatpants to wear, which made everything easier because it was cold at that time. January, it's like winter time. So I was going through it, and every single day I prayed. I was like, Father God, heal me. Like I just want to be able to do for myself. Like my mom used to have to come in there, help me get dressed, help me get up, help me go to the bathroom. Like it's sad. Like I felt hopeless. I didn't feel like a man. So I broke my leg January 22nd. By March I was healed. I'm not gonna say I was like healed like I was back at it, like, but I was healed enough to where I could do for myself. I can go to the kitchen and cook for myself. I could do everything for myself. That was my mistake then, cooking for myself. Because if you know me, I can cook. I cook down. I went from 215 to 260. Yeah, y'all know, like, that's a big difference. 215 to 260. That's mad big. I feel huge. No shade, because I normally, like my arms are still there, but I was always, like, smaller and aki. Now I'm just big, but still aki. Like, my muscles are still here. Thighs is just big. It's like, no, like, it's disgusting. It's not really disgusting because, like, I still love myself for how I am, how I look, but I'm just bigger. I'm not used to it, per se. Like, I used to be big when I was younger, but now I'm bigger now, so it feels weird. But, I gotta love myself. I'm in the gym. I'm working to lose the weight myself. And yeah, by April, I was healed. I was going back to school. I was going back to going back to balls, and people was like, Ali, you healed. Why are you still out here? Just go back on, like, take a break, go away. But I'm just like, I just still want to show my presence. I still want to let people know that, yes, injury did hurt me, it stopped me, but I'm still gonna show my face. I'm still gonna channel I'm fine, and I still want to, I still want to be here. And yeah, I did. Hold on, 1 second. So Flex, shouts to Flex. Flex had his Flex and Father Benny had his new era Kiki Bowl in Philly, and even though the date is not on this, and nor this is not the correct trophy, but this was my return back to performance, and like this is the first day I walked. This is the first day I was back to being myself, actually having fun, 360 and throwing myself, and look, I have a clip of myself. Happy to be myself. It just felt good, like that day, getting back to myself, getting back to the floor, voguing, making my performance, making myself known, making my presence be known again, my name be known. It felt so good, and I felt like myself, and I'm happy for that. And yes, I was like, this boat was like in Philly. man, that happened. And then after a while, I started walking around runway just in New York, just to like, I don't really like people saying, don't really get back into it so soon. Heal, take your time, heal, take your time, heal. And that's what I did, and that's what I'm still doing. So like here and there, if I do get an LSS, I do walk, and I just try to like, test the water to see how far I can push my limit to. But I only walk runway if it's for me to walk a ball. I only walk runway just because I'm not trying to stress my knee out again, and I'm trying to wait exactly 1 year. So I could like, okay, I broke my knee a year ago. He's back at it. He's stronger than ever. He's making his presence known. He's coming harder and harder every ball. He's working. And that's what I'm gonna do. But yes, that's all. I think that's all I want to say was like, if you hurt yourself, don't worry. You can get right back to normal. Just take your time, heal, pray. Prayer is a Prayer is a big thing. Trust me, it will happen. It may take some time. Don't rush it. It will happen. With me, I was lucky. I was healed within a month and a half, 2 months. I was right back at it. But pray, heal, rest. Rest. Don't rush nothing. Just rest. I rest. Not the case. I prayed, I eat, and I rested. And that's my issue because I went from 215 to 260. So that was my issue. I rested too much and I relaxed and I ate too much. That was my issue. But hey, I like my weight. But yes, I think that concludes my story time. If you like this story time, leave a like. Comment what was your favorite part of this video. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that bell for more of my notifications. And also remember to follow me on Instagram at The Real Ali Gambino. Follow me on Facebook at Ali Gambino. Follow me on Snapchat at Ali.Banks with a Z. And remember to like, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell for more of my notifications. And remember, I upload every week. Bye.